And at 5, we begin with breaking news.
In just the last hour, Indianapolis Metro Police released edited body cam video of a shooting involving their officers. Let's show you where this happened. This happened back on October 27th. This was near 10th and North Sherman Drive. You can see officers taking a theft report from somebody in the area when a car pulls up.
Metro Police say a woman in the car told them that a man named Julius Hill had carjacked her at gunpoint and forced her to drive around on the east side. She says she took a chance and stopped the car when she saw police. She got out and told them what was going down.
The situation then quickly escalated when police say Hill refused to put his hands up and pointed a gun at officers. Now, as you can see right here, we've frozen the video, but we do want to let you know a few seconds after this frame here, you hear a couple of shots. An officer also used a taser on Hill. He did not die there at the scene.
The Marion County coroner told us that 25-year-old did die a few weeks later. That happened in the middle of November. Other news now, it's been nearly 24 hours since yet another shooting involving Indianapolis Metro Police officers.
We kept you updated on this breaking situation last night right here on 13 News at 5.
And today our Anna Chalker has been looking into it to learn more.
And she joins us now with what she's learned so far, Anna.
Well, you guys, police tell us this originally started as a shots fired call over on the west side, but during their investigation into why the suspect fired shots at officers, they learned he was experiencing a mental health crisis. Around 3:40 Thursday afternoon, officers responded to an apartment complex near West Washington Street on a report of shots fired. They say the suspect shot into the complex and pointed a gun at family, then ran. Police later found him a few blocks away on Waldemere Avenue.
Certainly odd behavior that we were seeing.
This video sent to 13 News shows the moments after the suspect fired a shot at police and an IMPD squad car. Police say an officer fired back and the suspect suffered a graze wound to his neck. They later discovered he was suffering a mental health crisis.
There's a lot of people in our community that have guns. There's a lot of people in our community that are suffering from mental health and other crisis. Those two never go well with each other.
Chief Chris Bailey says his officers have responded to more mental health calls with weapons than ever.
The people that show up wear these uniforms. They don't deserve to be put in that position. They should never be put in that position to have to deal with these individuals. But I don't know who else anybody's going to call.
One team that police call is the Mobile Crisis Assistance Team, or MCAT. It's made up of trained IMPD officers and clinicians from Eskenazi Health.
Having a mental health response team is crucial because we can take our time and get people connected to the most appropriate resources.
Sergeant Lance Dardine, who leads the team, says when police request MCAT, they use techniques to de-escalate the situation. Once the clinicians talk with the person, they'll provide various resources for future help. Dardine says his team's mission is to step in before things turn violent.
We still have to protect the community.
And Chief Bailey agrees.
So we'd rather people get the help they need and the services they deserve before it gets to the point where you're pointing a gun in someone's face, allegedly, and firing rounds in the air. Sergeant Dardine tells me his team did not respond to the officer-involved shooting from yesterday. Now, the officer who fired their gun at the suspect, they've been placed on administrative leave, and that's standard protocol through the department.
All right.
All right, and that investigation continues. Keep us updated. Anna, thank you so much. Well, it was earlier this week that the city of Indianapolis announced that it was expanding that clinician-led community response team and that the expansion is going to be occurring on the north side of Indy.
This team is made up of licensed professionals. They respond to nonviolent mental health calls without police presence. They respond and then connect people to mental health resources. And until now, they've only operated on Indy's east side in downtown.
So this all gets triggered with a call to 911. A dispatcher then deploys a team for a nonviolent mental health emergency. Other calls go to IMPD or the city's mobile crisis assistance team, and that's where an IMPD officer is on board.
And they've been busy. So far this year, they have responded to more than 900 calls, and they've helped 600 people. Details are limited tonight after a shooting at an Amazon facility in Hancock County.
We do know that one man died in that shooting, and it happened just outside the Greenfield city limits. Right now, no one's under arrest.
Our Marina Silva spent the day in Hancock County asking investigators what happened.
39-year-old Isaac Riley died in the parking lot at one of 2 Amazon facilities in Hancock County. Detectives here at the Hancock County Sheriff's Office have said very little about what led up to the fatal workplace shooting.
They say the shooting happened early Friday morning. When deputies got to the Amazon facility, they found Riley, who is from Indianapolis, dead. No one is charged in the shooting, and investigators say it may have been self-defense. They say the person who allegedly shot Riley cooperated and raised their hands to surrender when deputies arrived. Amazon closed the facility on Friday and told workers it will reopen on Saturday.
In a statement to 13 News, Amazon said they are saddened by the incident and they will have extra security when the facility reopens. Reporting in Hancock County, Marina Silva, 13 News.
Marina, thank you. Now, workers at that facility did not want to go on camera today. They said it was a violation of their job agreement. Employees went to social media and said they got an email from Amazon, but the company did not tell them what had happened overnight at that workplace.
Tonight, the body of a fallen Winchester firefighter is back in the town where he served.
His fellow firefighters came together to escort him back from Ball Memorial Hospital to Winchester, and that happened earlier this afternoon. They also went to Ball Hospital last night to pay final respects to Rick Sanders.
The Yorktown Fire Department posted this video you see here. You can see the fire trucks outside the hospital in Muncie. Sanders felt sick while fighting a fire, so he left to get medical attention, made it into an ambulance, but soon after went into cardiac arrest.
He is survived by a wife, 4 children, 4 grandchildren, and there is a 5th grandchild that's on the way. This is a line of duty death. Funeral arrangements now are pending. Tonight, the hospitals that are located in Marion County are getting organized, getting ready because they're going to put temporary visitor restrictions into place. It's all in response to a spike in respiratory viruses. So starting Monday, hospitals in Marion County will not allow visitors who are under the age of 18. Also, if you have any symptoms, a fever, a cough, a headache, muscle, joint pain, a sore throat, or a runny nose, you can't visit either. Masks will be available for those that are allowed to enter. Now, there are other hospital systems that are outside of Marion County, like Community Health Network, and they are going to be implementing restrictions at their facilities as well. Dustin.
All right, Ann, let's take a minute here and talk about our weather. We have made it to the end of the work week. It's Friday. It's a little warmer out there. We even saw a little peak of sunshine out there today.
We're getting there. You had to deal with some pretty rough conditions driving home last night.
And everybody else, it was rough last night.
Yeah, especially to the north. I want to show this to you from our visible satellite. I'm going to start with temperatures because that's going to tell part of the story. Notice where the 25, 24, and 25 are from Lafayette over to Muncie. Temperatures significantly cooler. Now, there's also just a colder air mass in place, but a lot of this has to do with the snow cover that's on the ground. And when I show you the visible satellite, you can see that little band of snow that is still snow cover on the ground in our visible satellite. Some of the high, thin clouds are rolling through, but you can very clearly make out that band. It's been reflecting a lot of the sunlight earlier in the day, and that's why the temperatures to the north, even in the metro, have been a little bit cooler than areas down to the south. We're also helping to bring in some of that warmer air that through the next 8 hours will keep us into the 20s. Your overnight low temperatures will likely stay in the 20s, but this will be the start of a warm-up that also includes a chance for rain. I'll talk about Saturday's rainy forecast coming up.
All right, Robin, you can track the weather changes for yourself, including the chance for rain this weekend on our live Doppler 13 weather app. It's a free download in your phone's app store.
Political news now. We are learning more about Governor-elect Braun's incoming cabinet secretaries.
These are the men and women who will oversee Indiana's state agencies, everything from education to public health to state police. They appeared together in person today for the first time.
And some of these are new positions. One of those is the Secretary of Public Safety. This person will oversee 8 agencies, including the Department of Corrections, the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute, and Homeland Security.
Governor-elect Braun told reporters he reorganized the executive level of state government to make it more streamlined and accountable.
If you remember, I ran on being entrepreneurial and accessible. Everyone here that's running one of these streamlined cabinet departments is going to be carrying that mantra as well. We're going to welcome ideas from across the spectrum of Hoosiers.
In an agency head questionnaire shared with our partners at the Indiana Capitol Chronicle, the Braun transition team asked applicants about their employment history. They also asked about their voting history, whether they've paid taxes, and any business interests they or their family have had over the last 2 decades, including dealings with any foreign governments. We've heard a lot from Governor-elect Mike Braun, and coming up a little later tonight, meet the future First Lady. In a 13 News exclusive, I recently sat down with both of the Brauns at their home in Jasper to learn more about them and how they got here. Tonight at 5:30, the role Maureen Braun hopes to play as Indiana's First Lady.
Today, Ball State University is announcing the naming of its Multicultural Center.
It'll be named after 2 Delaware County civil rights pioneers. Today, the Board of Trustees approved naming it the Vivian V. Conley and Hurley C. Goodall Multicultural Center.
Now, Conley is known as an education pioneer, opening doors of opportunity and empowerment for minorities in the Muncie community. Goodall was the first black firefighter in Muncie, the first black member of the Muncie Community School Board, and served as a 7-term Indiana state legislator. They're still up there. Drones spotted over cities along the Northeast.
What are they? The 3rd state now reporting these drone sightings. That's new at 5:30. First at 5, a flight diverted.
The bird that took this plane out of service, plus the search for a missing American.
The push the Secretary of State is now making in Syria. That's coming up next.
But before we go, we are taking special moments now to recognize our longtime friend and beloved sports director, Dave Calabro.
He's retiring from his decades-long career here at WTHR next week, and some people from really across our community wanted a chance to wish him well.
Dave, the folks at Wheeler just want to make sure you know how much we really appreciate all you've done for Wheeler over the years. You are such a hometown legend and a hero here. We're going to miss your smile, your voice, but most of all, we're going to miss your love and your outright commitment for this community. We're excited to see what you do with this next chapter of your life. And by the way, you know, in Indianapolis, nobody ever retires, so there's always a place for you at our Wheeler Mission table.
Dave, Drumstick Dash is so much fun with you at the stage. You've been there for a ton of years, right? And you've been a great friend, not only at Drumstick Dash and being at the front of our start line, but to Wheeler Mission in general. I've seen you pour your time and effort and heart into Wheeler Mission in our most desperate times, in our most difficult times. And you're a friend to a lot of people in this community, and we're gonna miss you, but we're sure we'll see you around. Happy retirement for sure, but Drumstick Dash won't be the same without you, right, Tammy?
Right. You always have a place on our stage or anything you want to do, so we hope to see you in the future.
Happy retirement, Dave.
We're happy for you, Dave.